So today you're going to go to Microsoft Word and you're going to go to newsletters. Now, if you remember, I said that you could choose any newsletter that you wanted on there as long as it fulfilled two requirements. Who could tell me one of the requirements that your newsletter needed to have? Yes.
3 separate sections for writing.
3 separate sections of writing where you could have a title for each section. Okay. Something else your newsletter needed to have. Yes.
2 pictures.
At least 2 pictures. You could have more than that, but at least 2 pictures. Please remember we are only doing the first page of the newsletter. We're not doing pages 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just doing page 1. Okay? It does not matter to me which one you choose other than that. So let's say I choose this one right here. And I go ahead and hit choose. My newsletter will come up. Now we've done a little bit with templates before with our brochures from previous years. And so you have a little bit of experience, but I want to just go through some key points. Number 1, your newsletter needs to have your name, the date, and your teacher's name somewhere on it. Now, it depends on what your template looks like. For this one, it might make sense for up here for me to come in, and this is where maybe I put my name, because that makes sense there. I might come over here, and this might be where I put my teacher's name. So it makes sense there. Down here where it says date, what do you think makes sense there? The date, because it even says date, so that's helpful. All right, November 30th, 2018. Okay, so you need to have those elements on there. Then you need to have an overall title for your newsletter. This is where you'll say what biome you're choosing to do. So, now for this newsletter, it happens to have this little section right here. It's kind of a subtitle. You can add more to the title. Yours might have that, it might not. If it doesn't have this, you might want to make your title a little bit more interesting than, let's say, just rainforests. You might do rainy rainforests, or explore the rainforest, or something like that. But since I have a little subtitle section, I'm going to put mine underneath there. And I might say like, amazing and colorful adventure awaits in the rainforest. Okay? So it's like a subtitle. It's giving a little bit more information. Okay? Kind of like a catchy thing that makes people want to read it. Okay? So now I'm going to come down here. Now, with templates, do I ever want to just click and hit, click on it and hit delete?
No.
No. Why not? I don't want it to say this language here. I want to type my own. So why wouldn't I just click on it and hit delete? Why is that a problem? Yeah.
Because then it deletes the text box.
Good. It deletes the text box. If I want to come in here and write, I can no longer do that. We don't ever, 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 ever click on a text box and hit delete until we know that we for sure are not going to use it. When do you know that you're for sure not going to use it? When you're almost done. When you got everything done and you're checking it over at the very end before you turn it in, then you delete the text boxes that you don't need. But not before then. Okay? So if you do that, you're going to have to hit undo to get that back. Okay? I want to get that back. And instead, to type it here, you just click on it and then start typing. And it will get rid of what's there and put in what you're typing. So I might write down maybe this paragraph. It's just background information. How come it disappeared? Why did that happen? Yeah. Oh, it's too big. So after I'm done typing, I can highlight it and make it a little bit smaller. Make sure you make both parts a little bit smaller. Don't make just one part a little bit smaller. Make both of them. Let's see. So this one was size 28, and now that's size 28. Okay. And now I might come in here and I might type my paragraphs about the rainforest and background information about what I learned about the rainforest. All right? So I'm typing and I'm getting a lot said. Boy, do I have a lot to say. And now I find out, you know what? I'm all done. Okay? I have it all done. And everything looks right. Everything's grammatically correct. I got no squiggly lines. We're just pretending here. What do I do once I'm done with that? Because there's still a problem. Let's pretend there's no squiggly lines there. Everything looks great. There's still a problem. What do I need to do? Yes?
There's space in the bottom and you should make the font bigger.
Good. So once I'm done typing, not until I'm done typing. Once I'm done typing, then I want to come in and I want to adjust the size. So I want to say, okay, you know what? I don't want this empty space here. This is size 10. Let's try maybe size 14. Uh-oh. What happened? Well, it didn't get all of it. So I got to go back. Maybe size 12. Okay, that's not quite big enough. Let's try 13. Okay, that's looking better. All right. So you can adjust it until it fits. Okay. Then I might come up here. Maybe this one is amazing animals. Okay, and I write a little bit about each animal, and I do 4 animals that maybe are really in danger of going extinct that are in the rainforest. And I write a little bit about them. And right here where it says date, I write, a particular type of monkey. I don't know which one, but I could write about that, find out a monkey that's in danger of going extinct, and then I write a little sentence about it. And then maybe I do a bird that is very unique, and I write a sentence about it. Okay? Down here, I got my last section of writing. And I might do something like save the rainforest, because we know that rainforests are being cut down and destruction is happening. So maybe I do something on an environmental study on that. Okay. Because that fits for this. Now, might that work for you if you're doing the tundra? Well, maybe, but maybe not. You pick. Maybe you do something on plants. Maybe you're doing a marine biome. And so you know that there's different layers within the ocean. So maybe you do layers of the ocean there. You choose. Okay, it depends on what you're doing, and it depends on your biome and your template. Lots of flexibility in here. Okay. You need at least 15 sentences of writing on your newsletter. Between 15 and 20. But bare minimum 15. So over here, it's not going to work real well if you say monkey and you just do a phrase and you don't have a sentence. You want to use sentences on your newsletter. Stay away from listed items. Okay? pictures. Let's review. How do we get pictures? Well, you're going to navigate yourself to my bookmark page and go to 5th grade sites, and here are biomes. And if I'm doing rainforest, I might come here and I might say, hey, I want this picture. Okay, let's do a review of how we do that. I'm going to right click on it. Where do I go from here? Where do I go from here?
Save image as.
Save image as. I do not do copy. Do not do copy. Save image as. And it's going to ask me, where do I want to save it? I want to save it to the desktop. Now I'm going to get this message because I used the same example last class, so I already have one. So I'm just going to hit replace. Now it's on my desktop. I'm going to come up here and let's say I want to use that picture right here. Right click on the picture. What do I go to now? What do I go to? Yes.
Change picture.
Change picture. Do not go to paste. No, 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 no. Change picture. Yep. Where was my picture located? Where did we put that picture? Yeah.
On desktop.
Good. Desktop. Choose the picture and hit insert. Now the nice thing about that is if you do that, it will keep the same format as the template. So notice mine fit right in that box. It angled it. So if your template has a circle, it will fit that picture into the circle. If you do a copy and paste, it will not save the formatting. That's why you do it this way. Okay. One other thing. We just got done with a whole section on copyright and plagiarism. Can I just take this picture? No. I have to give credit. Now I'm using it for an educational purpose, but I still have to write where I got it from. So, come up here. I got it from this website, didn't I? Click on the website. Right click. This you can copy. Come in here. Now, I want to put that right underneath this picture. Do I have room right underneath the picture?
Yeah.
Kind of, but I can't get to it because I can't just put it in here randomly. I have to insert a text box. Insert text box. Then I can click where I want the text box to be. Well, I want it to be right here. I can then right click and paste that in there. Right? Once it's in there, I can alter it. I can put it so it's diagonal, so it fits underneath there. I can make it a little bit longer. I can actually make this quite a bit smaller because my teacher just has to be able to click on it and go to it. Okay, so usually these types of things are a lot smaller. They're not the same size as your regular text. Okay, so there we go. Now is that okay? Yeah. What happens if you have a project that has lots of circles and you can't fit it underneath there? Well, maybe you put it down here. Maybe you go to Insert Text Box and at the very bottom down here, you come down here and add that and paste. But before that, you write photos, and you might write even top photo. And it's like that because it's too big. And then maybe I do a semicolon. And I'm going to make this a lot smaller because, again, I don't need it size 12. I can make it size 8. And I do top photo. is from here. And now I hit return and I write bottom photo. And I put where that's from. Okay? And I change that. Maybe, hey, is this kind of hard for my person to read? Might be. Hey, I can right click on this text box. And I can format this shape. And I can make it, instead of no fill, which is clear, I can make that white. Okay. And so maybe for this section, okay, make it a little bit bigger, and I come in here, and I do something like that. So I can read it. Okay. So your photos, your pictures need to have where you got them from. Now, if you all got them from one site, you could just put all photos from and the one site they're from. But if you got them from different sites, you got to put them different. Somebody asked in the last class, well, this kind of goes with this picture. Yet, no, you can't use the pictures that are on the template. You need to come up with your own. Now, I will say the only exception is if there's like 4 or 5 pictures on your template. How many pictures are you required to have? 2. So as long as you change at least 2 of them and that they match. If this was a picture of a house, would that match? No. But for example, I know some of you might be doing the marine biome, and there is a few templates that have like a shell. If you want to keep that shell on there, but change the other pictures, that's fine. But you've got to have at least 2 pictures that you put in. And all of your things must match. All of the things must match what you're talking about. Okay. At least 15 sentences of writing. At least. Title for each section. A title for each section. So I've done this as somewhat of an example. There is another example as well on Google Classroom that is a little bit more completed than what this is.